Moving over to Celestial Park, we just have a few things here. Team members that designed the land, they designed it with World's Fair designs in a larger 1950s to 1930s aesthetic.
I think the idea for Celestial Park is very interesting. Again, this is a non-IP land. They've completely made the whole backstory to this, and it does have a lore. And they also have a soundtrack. How long do you say it was?
It's like 40 hours. Some of it is, or most of it's original music, but some is not. But it's like it's different depending on where you're standing in the land. So like if you when you first walk in, you're in the like Luna section, and it's sort of whimsical and violins and like nice. But then you go to the back of the land, like near Helios, and it's more like trumpets and trombones and blah blah blah. But like there's just like a very like story, like heavy story in this land that we just don't know what it is yet because it's a new concept.
Right.
But everything is purposeful, is what I understand.
Yeah, I know they're gonna have a ceremony that is like from day to night in the land involving the lights, and we've seen some of the aerial shots. The lighting package looks amazing at night.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
And the fountain is also running for testing. Now they haven't announced anything about the fountain, like when's the show is going to happen. Is it going to be part of the fireworks show or anything like that? But we do know the fountain is now running. All the water areas are now full of water in Celestial Park as well, which again, this land at night I think will be really cool, especially around Constellation Carousel.
Yeah,
and those rides. But yeah, everything. I mean, Celestial Park has made a lot of progress in the past month and a half.
Yeah,
because that land was the one that was the furthest behind.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. In terms of construction, it was Super Nintendo World and Celestial Park were the ones that were behind the others, and then they made up a lot of progress in the last little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. And also the portals to each of the lands will be themed kind of to that land, and like the colors and the music they use and like the flowers and stuff around it will be themed to that land. So it's a nice transition.
Yeah, I think the portal idea is cool. We've never seen a theme park do this.
Yeah.
But also it allows them for what we'll talk about in a second, which is if let's say a land hits capacity, it gives you easy ways to just shut off access.
Yeah.
You've got one way in and one way out, so it's a lot more control you can do here. And also I think, another thing they'll probably do is at some point if lands get like rented out, it allows you to, or if there's a certain, maybe there's an after hours thing for just say Super Nintendo World or something. It does allow you to sort of control the lands a bit more, but also go through the portal. It's from a theming standpoint, you don't have to gradually theme something in like we've seen in other areas. It's like you can just go through this portal and then you're just boom in the world.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of like not a shortcut. It's probably a simpler way to just go through those transitions.
Yeah.
And kind of cut up. And also visuals. Like sight lines and things like that. You kind of like create the portal to where it blocks off certain views, which I'm sure they've probably done. So when you're in those lands, that'll be interesting to see if they've gone that course of like you can't see other things when you're in the land.
Yeah.
Like sight lines, like, different stuff like that.